I have questions. So some few years ago, I guess there was an astronaut who was doing a spacewalk and he almost drowned. And that's really interesting to me because I don't remember being taught that there is water in space. In fact, let's go see what NASA has to say about what the spacewalk is. And then we're going to look and see what space is made out of. Now remember, before we go any further, this is just my opinion and I know nothing. This is straight from NASA's website. This is what they're teaching the kindergartners through 4th grade about spacewalk. Does this look like there's water out there? No? Okay. Supposedly they've been doing spacewalks for a long time. Okay. So then let's go see what space is made of. Okay, now you see this word right here that I've highlighted. Keep that word in mind. And again, this says nothing about water. So this is a spacewalk. You're in outer space. You're not in the water. Even though this says that the guy almost drowned. So just to recap, this is what space is made up of. Remember that word expanse? Yeah, if you go look it up in the Webster Dictionary, it means firmament. Remember how they use that word? We're going to break down the word firmament. Here's the word firm. Securely, not weak. And then we have the second part, ment. Yep. Firmament. And then we have this guy right here, Wernher von Braun, who is a head rocket engineer for NASA, has this Bible verse on his tombstone, which talks about this firmament. It's a barrier. It's a solid dome. Talks about it in the Bible. It's dividing the waters from above from the waters below. Now remember what they said space is made of? I just did a little copy and paste. No, none of it has anything to do with water. Water is real, tangible, and necessary for life. The things that I listed, like dark matter, dark energy, and cosmic rays, are just theoretical concepts with no observable proof. Weird. Water is our foundation of life. For shits and giggles, how much does the movie industry make annually from space movies? And then, how much does the gaming industry make from video games that have to do with space? I don't know, let's go find out. Hollywood space-themed movies globally generate about $77 billion. And space-themed video games, $180 billion a year. That is an awful lot of money, and we know how much NASA gets daily. Is this the real reason why we have the Antarctica Treaty? You know, and how they watch us with the sensors in the water and the satellites every time you get off your continent, whether it's by boat or by private airplane. They're watching you, aren't they? I'm sure it's just to save us from those dangerous penguins. I mean, our government always has our best interest at heart, don't they? Jennifer, our government wouldn't lie to us. They have a long history of always being open and honest with the people. But back to my main question, how does an astronaut almost drowned, in space doing a spacewalk if there's nothing up there but planets, rocks, space debris, and a vacuum of space? I'm sure it's got nothing to do with money. And a fun fact, did you guys know that Wernher von Braun is also a Freemason? And Admiral Byrd is also a Freemason. Oh, and by the way, there is a explorer by the name of James Clark Ross, who back in the 1800s went and found the firmament. Weird. Did you guys know that all of our ancient ancestors depicted Earth stationary with a firmament. It wasn't just until the turn of the 19th century that the whole heliocentric model came about by that Roman Catholic priest. And it's weird how Admiral Byrd came back after he did the same exploration with Walt Disney in Antarctica and said that there's more lands beyond the ice wall. And then he just died shortly afterwards. And then his son was also found murdered in a warehouse. But I'm sure that's just a coincidence. I'm sure that when you're a Freemason, you're allowed to talk about certain things on the TV. You know, things that only secret societies are meant to know. And I'm sure it's just a coincidence that Walt Disney and Wernher von Braun are BFFs, and they're also Freemasons. God, what is up with the secret society, man? But I've said enough. I can go on and on and on. I have a lot of information up here. It doesn't matter what I say. NASA says we have cotton candy planets. They're called super puffs.